What's the hardest part of being in an interracial relationship?
So many things.
Hi.
How you doing?
Who are you two, and what are you doing here today?
I'm Pamela.
I'm MJ.
I'm Bree.
I'm Matt.
Came to answer questions and drink.
About being different races and dating.
How long have you two been together?
So we've been together for almost 12 years.
15 years?
Yeah.
5.5 years.
Okay, we had a fight about this in the car earlier. We took a break. It was like 8 or 9 months, and he counts those 8 or 9 months of the break, but I don't. It depends on who you ask. Let's say that.
What are each of your ethnicities?
I'm Caucasian.
Creole, Black and French.
I'm Middle Eastern.
I'm Hispanic.
White?
Also white. Just kidding. I'm black.
We fit a long tradition of Indopinos in the Pacific Northwest. So
Filipino, what does that mean?
it's a Native American and a
Indigenous.
Filipino couple. Got a lot of history.
Do we want to start with a shot?
Always. It's truth or drink tradition.
Cheers.
Before we dated, did you have a racial preference?
Yes, African American males.
Why was that your preference?
That was just what I was attracted to.
I feel like it's kind of assumed that I would be with someone white. I mean, like I said, I didn't I didn't really think about it.
I didn't have a preference, but I did notice a pattern. I tend to date white guys, but you have light skin, so in all honesty, I thought you were half white or something. What about you?
I would say other Hispanic people for the most part, and when I met you, I thought you were Hispanic.
Yeah, you did.
no.
You asked me if I spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
Typically, no, but I'm Asian. I feel like I'm fond of Asian people.
I think your first girlfriends were all Japanese.
We were all half Asian. What about you?
Growing up in Colorado, there's a lot of white people, so
Sure is. So your first,
my demographic.
first Asian guy?
my first Asian. Congratulations. They win.
What were your parents' first impressions of me? How did they feel about you dating someone outside your race?
My mom, she didn't have a problem with it, but she's used to me dating inside my race, so you know it was different for her. But besides that, she was cool. Once she met you, she was good.
My parents haven't met you.
Why haven't you introduced her to your parents?
I haven't talked with them in a while, but I feel like we just don't really see eye to eye. So I don't really know what they'd think today. But I remember as a kid that there was like this general kind of feeling that it wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah.
They prefer a Muslim Middle Eastern guy who's either lawyer, doctor, or engineer. They prefer someone who goes to the mosque every Sunday, who reads the Quran, who like prays 5 times a day, which neither of us do, so.
For sure.
What's the biggest racial or cultural stereotype that I embody?
Direct speech.
Well, and I do come from 2 different tribes, but it seems to be, getting to know the Paiute side on my dad's side. It's the same as the Apache side on my mom's side, where the women are very, very direct, straightforward.
Can white people dance? Matthew, I don't think you're the best dancer.
Oh, no, I'm not a good dancer at all.
Like, whatever you do got, this like inflatable wailing arm thing, we just keep that to a minimum.
What's the inflatable look like?
Oh. Ooh, do I want this on the internet?
That part!
Okay, here it goes. Oh, ooh.
Sorry.
I did not notice that.
That is why we don't do it!
My turn?
Let me just get it ready.
What was the worst fight we ever got into, and who won that fight? I'm glad you got that question, by the way.
Answer carefully.
I'm trying to think. Man. You know what? I'm gonna just drink.
Good choice.
What was something you were embarrassed to ask me regarding my culture?
Was just asking about how, like, if there was any concern or issues with your mom marrying your dad and then getting over to the United States after that. And I didn't know when I was asking that, I think if it was like a sore spot because, like the white family from Michigan and then accepting this large Filipino family through marriage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conversation my family's never had, so I guess I can just assume that it's never been an issue. But I never in my life got the feeling that it was a point of contention.
I did feel weird asking about like what's with like all the wigs.
Oh.
I was
The
like,
wigs.
is that like a
It's
like a thing or
yeah, you
like,
change it up, change it up, change it up. White people just, accept what they got going on.
Yeah.
Okay, who's better at oral sex, me or you?
You just go ahead and take a shot.
We can just be honest here as a couple. Me.
Can't tell if that's a shot in ingredients or if that's a shot.
It's a shot because I'm not finna answer.
I came here with the impression I was gonna get drunk.
I'm gonna say you.
That's a lie. And we both know why.
Why is he obviously better?
He's ticklish.
He's better at head because he's tickled?
You can't give oral sex to someone who's ticklish.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
You've done it.
Stop.
Who's better at oral sex, me or you? That's what I did.
Okay. I had never experienced what you were doing to me. Okay. I felt like I had been living my life in 2 dimensions.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
it went to 3. And it was like, whoa.
Hey, my name is Caitlin. I'm a producer at Cut. If you like these videos, then you should check out these games. They're in stores now. It's awkward, it's fun. I actually started playing this when I first started dating my boyfriend, and I learned a lot about him. So, oh my gosh, my ankle's cracked. Did you hear that?
What is something you dislike about my culture?
Maybe some of your family really wanting to accept Western culture and move away from their culture. I kind of see that as cultural because when you're an island nation that's been raided and taken over by like every Western, colonizer that in existence, it kind of becomes part of the culture, and I think that's what I hate about it. I'm glad we don't have any inherent issues with each other's.
Yeah, I guess we're both abused people, so it's like...
Yeah, we
why
kind of
would
have a lot in common. We're
with
just
each other,
like,
yeah.
you're colonized, I'm colonized too. Great.
There's too many rules.
Agreed.
Way too many rules.
Too many traditional, expired rules.
Yeah.
Jose, what's the hardest rule for you to get down with?
It just doesn't make sense. The man is kind of almost owns the woman.
We don't look at it like that anymore. Today, even if you were to marry someone in your race and culture, they don't necessarily own you.
Oh, and the no alcohol.
That I will agree with you.
Yeah. And in honor of that.
In honor of that, I don't get that.
What is or would be the hardest part about having biracial children? So we do.
Yeah.
So what is the hardest part?
I wouldn't label it as hard, but just something you have to learn. As far as their hair textures, every kid that has mixed races in them can have different hair textures. So we have 2 kids, so one of them is more curly hair than the other. So it's her hair has to stay more hydrated than the other one. The other one's more wavy hair.
What is or would be the hardest part about having biracial children?
White mothers raised mixed children and are able to protect them, while black mothers who raised mixed children are preparing them. And so I totally get that. I feel like even with my son, I definitely prepare him for the world. And I know that I can't always protect him, which is scary.
Do you think our kids should be able to say the N-word?
I will answer it as yes, but it's not a word I would like them to use. Because our kids are mixed, they have African American in them, it makes it okay, but it's not a word I would just love them running around using on the regular. Do you agree with that?
Definitely agree. I say the word, but we got girls, so
Yeah.
they don't need to be using that.
Do you think our hypothetical kid should be able to say the N-word?
Yeah. Because I'm black. I feel like they can. You can't though, but I feel like they can.
Which of my friends do you think is the most attractive?
You have a lot of comic book artist friends, and not many of them are attractive. So you have a lot of nerdy friends that are unattractive.
No, you ain't gotta take a shot.
Yeah, then I have to answer it. That's weird.
I don't feel like there's a right answer to this no matter how I play this.
I won't get mad.
That's a trick question.
No, swear. I have witnesses.
I haven't put any thought to it, to be honest.
Okay, but now put some thought into it.
I'm gonna drink.
What's the hardest part about being in an interracial relationship?
If I had to think of a scenario, maybe like you driving versus me driving and getting pulled over, like there's automatically like that nervousness comes about you just because of the world we live in. It's uneasy for me as your partner to watch that feeling come over you.
The hardest part is having my parents and my family accept you into my family. I think they have such high standards that nobody can really reach them. Even if you were Middle Eastern, I feel like they'd have a problem with you. But at the end of the day, it's more so like they want the best for me, but they need to respect my decision that I want to be with you forever.
Indigenous family, like we've kind of run it, like we all talk about our brown person time. Indigenous side, we're just like, there is no timeline. And so you can go years without seeing people and it's acceptable. I feel that sometimes there's kind of an obligation, requirements to make sure we're meeting up with all of your family in a timely fashion, but it always makes me feel kind of bad that it's like they want everyone together. Sometimes like I can't schedule it, so I'm just like sending you on your way.
I feel like it's being disappointed in other people.
Disappointed in other people?
For their reaction. Like, I mean, there's part of me that like, you know, hoped that they'd be cool with it.
Is there someone in particular?
Yeah, well, yeah, mostly coworkers and stuff like that. But, like,
About me being black?
Yeah.
Your coworkers? Who? Just kidding. When is the company picnic?
You want to come?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like once people meet me, there's no questions asked.
Why do you choose to stay with me?
I would say just the person you are, you know, good mom, you handle business, you know, keep the house comfortable and clean all the time, OCD.
We're a good team.
Yeah,
Team us.
you already know.
Because I love you.
I love you, sweet.
You're the only person on this planet that I trust. And, you know, you played the long game with me, which is all I could ask.
I feel like you're more calm demeanor, like chills me out. But I think you enjoy the rush of
Okay, I do. That's
like,
true.
like crazy sometimes. Yeah. And I don't know, I feel like it works.
The best way I can put it is that you make me feel really loved, and that's why I think you're the best person for me.
Baby. Probably got lipstick on you.
How was that?
It was good.
That was pretty fun.
You know what I thought? I thought it was gonna be like, do you allow your boyfriend to say the N-word? I'm like, oh my God! No!
What thing do I love that you absolutely hate?
When you try to rub my belly like I'm a Buddha.